So Dianne, it was only 22 years ago.
23 years ago this fall.
Oh, I wasn't giving you credit for all the years.
I know, I know. Well, we both look so young. That's
It's amazing,
the problem.
huh?
Yeah, it's astonishing.
It's amazing that you're such a liar, because I don't look young. So 23 years ago,
Yeah.
you started here as a part-time seasonal worker, and now,
Yes.
now you run the joint.
With a lot of help, I run the joint.
And what do you think, Dianne? You get to interact with customers all the time. You run the
I
customer
do.
service function.
Correct.
What do you think people don't know about Harry and David?
I think that most customers are not aware of the guarantee. I used to work in insurance, and it's the same concept that you sell a product that people want, that people need in insurance. They don't necessarily want to buy it, but they don't know the value of it until they have to test that guarantee.
Yeah.
And the guarantee is, there's more words to it, but essentially it is, we'll make it right,
Yeah.
period. And that 1-800-Flowers the same way, we're going to fix it, it's okay.
Yeah.
Customers, when they call sometimes, and we've disappointed them, we found that most of the time, a customer who is disappointed in our delivery or in the product, it's not that the pears were bad. It's not that the gift was late. It's that they were sending their heart. They were sending their feelings, and we let them down.
Yeah.
That's why they take it so personally, and that is why that guarantee is a silver bullet.
Yeah.
We can very easily say, you are right, we are sorry, here's what we're going to do to fix it. And it is a big thrill to hear that customer go, I had no idea. I didn't know about that, or, well, I read it, but I didn't really think.
Yeah.
And how many times customers say, you just don't see that. Other businesses say they're going to make it right, but you do.
Yeah.
We don't argue with customers, we just fix it.
What product do you wish you could tell more customers about that they might not know about that we carry or make here at Harry and David?
I talk about Moose Munch. Moose Munch is wildly popular. I can't eat it anymore. Well, I could, but I shouldn't. Moose Munch is absolutely incredible. When people come to visit or people take the tour of the campus, one of the places they go is in the bakery candy kitchen. And if you've been there,
Yesterday.
you know, yes, the smell, the aroma of the butter.
Intoxicating.
Oh, it just directly gets into your veins. If I could sell that experience to customers, not just that here is the product, but here's how it's made and how carefully we make it, and how artisanal it is, even though it is in such large quantities. The big blocks of butter and the buckets of nuts and everything, that really sells people on Moose Munch when I can, and I have talked to them about how we actually make it. Moose Munch is an integral part of many of our gifts.
Well, you're singing the praises of Moose Munch, but it's not only praises you sing. I know you're part of a couple of different bands here.
Over the years, there's been many,
Yeah.
but now I'm a core member of 2 bands.
Different styles?
Completely different styles. One band has been around in the Valley since 1992. They're called Blue Lightning. It is a dance band, meaning that we play anything. We play anything that people can dance to. So it's all over the place. We have guitarists and drummers and such. We also have a fiddle violin player and a guy that plays slide. If people want to dance to it, we're going to play it. So the lineup's changing all the time.
And the other band?
The other band is called the Southern Oregon Jazz Orchestra, and it's a classic 18-piece big band jazz orchestra.
Wow.
And I get to be their girl singer.
Terrific.
Doris Day, Ella Fitzgerald.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
completely different styles, and I've been doing both of them for 16 years now.
We have a lot of talented people here at Harry and David, and tell us about Pear Jam.
Pear Jam is a sometimes band, and it is people that, their employees, Stephen Peen, for example, in telecommunications was our sound guy and a guitar player. We had Rhonda Loftus, who's a former employee here as a drummer. She's also my drummer with Blue Lightning. Judy Bragg, who is one of my managers in the contact center, is a wonderful soprano. She sings with us. And then many people that have come and gone throughout the years that are still in the Valley, they still come back and sit in from time to time.
And we have a beautiful band shelter.
Yes, we do.
Out by our lake here.
Yes.
And I've seen that band perform there several times, and it's quite a kick.
It
and
is.
everybody is just into it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, here's my theory about playing music, is that people will often ask you as a musician, what's your favorite song, what's your favorite style? And the answer is always the same. It's the one the audience is into.
Yeah.
It's not about my favorite. It's about what they want and what they want to hear. And as they react to it, we're going to do more of that, or we're going to stretch it out a little longer, or they love that guitar solo, we're going to let them go a little farther.
Yeah.
So it's about what the audience wants. And I have tied that before in how we deal with customers and how we interact with the public. It's not about what I want to sell them, it's about what they want and helping them discover we have other options that they weren't aware of.
So you're sitting down with a new team member, and they're going to interact with customers.
Mm-hmm.
What do you tell them they should do attitudinally?
I used to have a mirror, like the ones that are on your side mirror, objects and mirror.
Sure.
I used to have a mirror kind of like that, and I kept it at my desk and then in my pocket. And I used it as a reminder of, you can hear the smile in your voice when you smile, and if you're not paying attention to how you sound, you're going to tend to get slower as the day goes on. So what I would tell brand new employees is that remember your face. Keep that mirror literally or figuratively handy so that when that phone goes beep and there's another customer, first call of the day, check your face.
Yeah.
And make sure it's thank you for calling Harry and David. I used to do the IVR voice. Thank you for calling Harry and David. I'm happy to work with you, and keep your face in check, because that your attitude comes across. It really does.
In your 23 years, you've seen a lot of changes here. What do you think happens in the next couple of few years that changes?
You know, ever since we have engaged with 1-800-Flowers, those changes, there have been many, have been much faster and much bigger leaps. It's astonishing to me. In the first 13 years or so that I was with the company, yes, there were changes, acquisitions, things like this. But since Flowers became part of the deal, since we were acquired by, the changes have been faster, decisions have been quicker. There's been less of, well, we'll think about it. It has been breakneck speed. It really has been.
There's a lot going on with this internet kind of thing, but
So
people
I've heard.
still want to talk to us, huh?
They do. And we accomplish that in a couple of ways, because talking to us doesn't mean picking up a phone necessarily. We have a very robust chat platform, and our agents can handle up to 3 chats at one time. They are generally shorter than a phone call, but it is the same level of customer experience. We want them to know that we're listening, we're paying attention. Our responses are, we're matching that customer's tone and making sure that they're getting what they need via chat. Many customers these days, myself included, I just want to get on and get off. We also have a lot of self-service options, and I use those with other vendors, my phone company, all the time. I don't want to talk to somebody, I want to just get it done. But when I do, I will chat. If I need to, I'll pick up the phone. But yes, they do like talking to us virtually and literally.
So if you're looking over my shoulder here at that camera, what would you tell our customers, a product of Harry & David's that they might not know about, but they ought to give it a try, because it's a great way to express yourself or connect with the people you care about?
Product? Specific to Harry & David?
Yeah. What does Harry & David sell that you don't think enough customers know?
From a product standpoint, I would talk about Moose Munch. It is wildly popular for a reason. It's also very accessible, because people think about Popcorn Factory is one of our brands. They talk about, caramel popcorn. Everybody knows caramel popcorn. Oh, you don't know this. And we can talk about it in terms, as I mentioned, oh, it's just the caramel and the smell of the caramel and the nuts and the butter it's just astonishing. I lose words. Moose Munch is an amazing product. But from an enterprise standpoint, I'd say Passport.
Oh, yeah.
What a great product that is. I use it every day. I buy far more now than I ever did, because it makes it easy to have instant gratification. I don't have to think about how much that shipping is. I just do it. Yeah, and that's how I sell it to customers too.
Everything old is new again. Harry & David used to have a lot of stores. Now they only have one store. It's a mighty grand store.
It is.
Should we have more?
I think so, but perhaps not as it was before. We had many stores, 60 some odd stores throughout the country. And then we went to having seasonal pop-up stores like some of our competitors
Yeah.
do. I think there's opportunity in key markets to have a similar store like the Country Village here in Medford.
Yes.
I do think there's opportunity there. I think we saturated the market before when we had way too many stores. But yeah, I think there would be. I am still asked every time I travel, and I travel a lot, is there a store nearby? I'd like to go. That's hard.
Yep. What's that reaction like when you travel, you meet new people, and they say, well, what do you do for a living?
You know, 10 years or so ago, when I would say Harry and David, they would kind of tickle a little bit. What is that? It's much better now, much more brand recognition. It's the pears. The pears. They say, oh my gosh, I love those pears. The connection to the pears is emotional.
Yeah.
You know, it's my pear, and please don't take away the gold foiled pear because we did that once.
Yeah.
And it was
Oh, is that right?
Oh my gosh. It's not all right.
No secrets here, please.
I'm not saying that it's not special, but there was no reason for doing it. It was just special. So you have a box of 9 pears or so, and one is wrapped in foil.
Yeah.
And one year, I don't know whose idea it was, it's like, why do we do that? So we stopped, and my goodness, we got so much feedback. Oh yes, the gold pear is the favorite. It's the one I always grabbed as a kid, and now I'm in my 50s, and my brother still tries to take it. We heard so many stories, so we put the gold foil pear. When you mess with a product like that, that's what customers said. We messed with it. You learn real fast how they feel about it.
Harry and David is a very large employer here in Southwest Oregon, in the Rogue Valley, Medford, the town. What impact does Harry and David have on this community?
When I tell people locally that I work for Harry and David, they either worked here, they know somebody that worked here, their parents worked here, or they work here now.
Yeah.
It is one of the larger employers. There's a lot of medical in the valley, but we are right up there with Asante, for example. The attitude people have towards Harry and David is this feeling of connection and community. The pear orchards are everywhere. They are, and seasonally they would come and pick from time to time. People would come to work for me or by my side when I was a seasonal agent. They love that. They love the fact that they can and that we provide that employment. Things change, of course, they always do. But I think in the community, Harry and David is revered as a solid employer, and that we continue to give back to the community as often as we possibly can.
Dianne, I have no doubt that you're a big part of that.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Dianne.
Pleasure.